Okay, it says I'm live right now. All right, this is RM Moonchild from the Mono mixtape. I'm speaking very slowly, so I feel like my brain, I don't know where it's at, but I'm trying get it together. But it's been a while since I have done a music review video, especially in the way that I was doing them before. Mind you, the way I was doing them before, I love detail and I love being able to curate something. It's just that it was taking a bit of editing to do it that way before. So I realized I just can't do it that way all the time, especially since there are a lot more recommendations, which I'm super thankful for. Thank you all who have seen my content so far, as far as the music videos are concerned. Thank you for sending your recommendations. There's a lot of them. And of course, life has been happening and everything like that. But I would love to get to, all the things. It's just I couldn't do them all in the way that I was doing them before. So maybe I might like set aside some or choose which ones I want to do more of a curated, like in-depth video for, and then others where I give more of a simplified reaction. I think that's how I might go about it. But what I'm gonna try to do real quick is set this up because uh I want to be able to put this on another platform as well, maybe TikTok. So I'm taking a Betty Crocker uh cake mix box. Mixed box, yeah, I really like yellow cake, but this video ain't about the cake. It's just that I'm gonna put this on my laptop keyboard and then put my phone, like put it on top, and then see if I could just record two things at the same time. Even though I know that there are programs where you could just download the video or even just screen record. Maybe I could just screen record myself. Dang, that would probably be easier, huh? You know what? When you think. Use your brain. But okay. Also, I've been wearing these. I like these. There's no lenses. So look, watch. But there's no lens, but I like how they make me look. So maybe that encourages somebody. If you come across this video, you want to put something on, you want to wear something, and you might feel a little insecure. You might be thinking about what other people might think about you. That don't matter what they got to say. Do you? I don't know who that's for, but do you? And feel how you gonna feel. But okay, I said this was about RM's Moonchild song, and so let me go ahead and get right to that. Ultimately, I really like this song. Like when it first came on, I'm a sucker for like an 808. I loved 808, and I've watched the visualizer just for context, and so it was very interesting to like go on the journey visually to see like what's happening and all the movement. One of my favorite parts about the visualizer is that they used this simplified space, and yet because there was movement in terms of like the actual video through the different corners of like the square, you have to go and like see the video to understand what I'm saying. But there was a lot of movement that was happening, even though RM, they have him positioned like on a bench. And so I just found that interesting that on one hand there's movement, there's a lot of forward action or really this journey, and yet there's this idea of things staying still. I think that that was, to me, sort of hitting at some meaningful parts about the song itself, or what the video was trying to express about the song, or that sort of thing. I hope that that's coming across clearly. But I really like the visualizer, and I'm also wondering if visualizer, like the term, is just another way of saying like lyric video, or if it's simply different in the fact that it is more of um a visual presentation and not just lyric forward. Like it's not about the lyrics themselves being on display and then just some sort of background visual moment that's happening, but it's more of a visual depiction, and then the lyrics are also just accompanied. Just something that I was noticing as far as like how people label them, how different artists will present them when they are posted. So just curious, but there were some other things that stood out to me about this song, and I'm just pulling up some notes here. The chord progression, I love the chord progression, both the hook, the chorus section, and the chord progression in the verses, because in the verses is much more of this pulling sort of effect, like a like it's pulling me up, and it's also uh bringing me back down and up and down. It's like a wave in the water, and there's a nice flow to it, but there's also like this expansion element. Like I feel like it's as if, oh man, I'm trying to think of like a good example, but it's as if somebody like pulling apart something. I'm hungry right now. I tend to use food examples at times, but I'm hungry right now. If you imagine like pizza and like cheese on a pizza, and then when you pull the cheese apart from the pizza, like if you take a bite and then the cheese is just like expanding from like your bite on the pizza, the stretch, that's the part I'm trying to highlight. It's like very much it feels like how I'm trying to explain the visual element of it. I hope that makes some sort of sense. But I really enjoy that part. But then the hook, when it comes in, is powerful. And that's something that I'm noticing that he has continued, like from the Indigo album. There are these like power moments, power chorus sections where the music picks up, the vocals pick up, the uh, shoot, what note is he at? Oh, I was about to sing it in somebody else's key, not the original key. I don't know. Moonchild, Moonchild. He's somewhere around there, but singing it much more powerfully. And I like that section as well. I like that he allows himself to go there. I wanted to also talk about, shoot, since we still on music, the vocal melody going into the second verse. Yeah, the vocal melody going into the second verse is also a favorite moment of mine because that 808 comes back in and the production is a little stripped down, where it's just that 808, that dun 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 down. Oh, I get happy when I hear a 808 sometimes, but that don don is hitting it, and then he goes that sort of melody. I really like that part. And then lyrically, there's a section which I'm pulling this from Dulcet Bangtan, where he goes on to say, though you say you want to put everything down, you actually carry another weight. Even the thought of not having a thought is a thought. This is, in fact, our destiny, that we smile in endless pain, And this project was released, I believe, in 2018. Even back then, for myself, I was doing a lot of self reflection, but I do have a past where I have gone through uh, intense depression. And so I really resonate with the idea of smiling in pain. Like I've been in front of plenty of people and smiled and laughed, and then at the same time was super heavily depressed. And so just quick note, if anybody is feeling that way, you are not alone. And if anybody knows someone who is going through depression, please just take time to be there and to believe them when they explain how they're feeling. But I really resonated with a lot of these lyrics, really just that sort of this walk of like a solo journey, if you will. But the visualizer and the music, I think, help give this like orchestrated audio depiction of going through that type of thing. So I hope that this was good. I just wanted to give my thoughts really quick, but I will be back with more music reviews, and I might just go live more. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, this was that, and I'm gonna be back. But that's it. Y'all have a good night.